This is Late Night Lee Talks TV. I'm Late Night Lee, and I talk reality TV dating shows such as Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, The Ultimatum, Love Island, and Ready to Love, just to name a few. So if you do enjoy watching that type of content, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out on when I upload a new video. This is a new channel, so I do appreciate the love and support. Thank you in advance. Let's get into the Love is Blind reunion after everything happened. So online, let me rewind. During the reunion, and this was actually already known before, but they did officially announce that Chelsea from season 4 of Love is Blind, she is married to Kwame, whatever his name is. Remember the whole debacle of season 4 and all the love triangles? Well, yes, she is now casting for Love is Blind. She is now working with production to help cast for the show. Now, to me, I found that to be quite interesting because, for one, Chelsea was a speech pathologist, okay? That was her profession on the show. However, Chelsea is now casting. Now, how does that correlate? Now, why isn't the fan favorite from season 1, Lauren Speed Hamilton, a person who came on the show as someone in media and a content creator, why is she not working with casting? It's very much giving white privilege. It's very much giving, what is it? Why her? She's not a fan favorite. Okay, whatever. I thought that was weird, but yes, she's helping with casting, starting with season 8. Now, Jessie Woo, who is a comedian, singer, actress, and TV host, she has her YouTube channel, and she, of course, does reviews on the show. They're pretty good reviews. And she also posts on social media. So she posted, now this woman is a comedian, let's keep in mind. She posted a photo of Chelsea saying, Chelsea is responsible for, casting of this show of season 6, because we see pretty much the men on season 6 were pretty horrible in regards to the whole situation with Jeremy and his ex coming forward and, talking about how he was not a good partner to her. Also, Trevor, the issues with him pretty much having a whole other girlfriend, during the process of the show, before and after. So the men, they just were not giving this season. And Jessie Woo, said, is Chelsea the real villain? And I mean, again, it's a joke. She's a comedian. No one was blaming Chelsea. Now, Tiffany from season 4, who is married to Brett, Tiffany commented, her username is TC Penny. She commented, "No, Jessie," and I'm paraphrasing. She said, "No, Jessie, Chelsea didn't start casting until season 8. So then Jessie says, okay, so she's not responsible for Jeremy and his pews because, his ex-girlfriend who is on TikTok making videos saying that he pulled a pew out on her and they had to call the police." So Jessie then, says, okay, it's not her fault, and apologizes to Chelsea and just says, sorry, Chelsea, and has a heart underneath. So apparently Chelsea saw, and this is, again, guys, Chelsea from season 4, that is married to Kwame. So Chelsea saw this, but she didn't see all of it. She only saw the fact that Jessie Woo posted, is Chelsea the real villain? Is she responsible for casting Jeremy and his pews, who's out here pewing people, allegedly? And she responded and she pretty much tried to comfort Jessie Woo. She pretty much said, I'm not responsible for this. I haven't started casting. And she said, there are multiple people. They go through multiple processes, evaluations, and all of that. So, you can't just blame one person. And then she pretty much ended it by being a smartass and saying, yeah, but you're still watching the show though. And it was like, whoa, Chelsea, why were you coming for Jessie Woo like that? First of all, she's a comedian. Second of all, she definitely supported you and didn't really say too much about you during your season. And then, first of all, it was giving microaggressions. Why would you so very quickly come at this Black woman like that you obviously don't know? And why would you think it's okay to call her out when not even an hour or two after she posted that, Tiffany responded and cleared your name and she apologized. Jessie Woo apologized with a heart emoji. So what, and apparently Chelsea didn't see that. So she decided to go off on Jessie Woo. To me, it's just girl, Jessie Woo is about to eat your ass alive, and I cannot wait. Because here is the thing. Chelsea is a pick-me. Argue with your mama. Let me tell you why, okay? Because let's go back to season 4. And if you didn't watch season 4, I don't know what to tell you. But I remember season 4 because season 4 was good. And it had all the drama. But here is the thing. Kwame did not want Chelsea. Kwame wanted Micah, okay? But Micah chose Paul. So Micah broke up with Kwame and Kwame wept. Like Jesus wept, Kwame wept. He was sad, he was hurt. He was in a love triangle with Micah and he was in a love triangle with Chelsea. Micah broke up with him, so then he just went over to Chelsea. Okay, he didn't choose, it wasn't like he chose Chelsea over Micah. Micah broke up with him to be with Paul and Kwame had no choice but to get with Chelsea. And then when they were meeting up and having all the, the couples get together, Micah and Kwame were way too flirty. Kwame talked about being interested in her and, not sure of how he felt. And then on top of that, all we saw was him complaining about Chelsea on how he needed his space and he didn't want to move to Seattle and she ruining his life because he has to move from Portland to Seattle. Because according to him, Seattle is, asking for Michael Jordan money with Lamar Odom prices, some crap like that. He just said he hated Seattle. So, being with Chelsea, because her job is stationary and his is remote, he had to relocate and he didn't like it. And then he talked about how he wanted to live a nomad lifestyle. And being with Chelsea, again, she has a job where she was a speech pathologist. So that, would entail that she's probably going into a building every day, working with different people or whatever. So she's more stationary, basically. He wanted to be a nomad. And guess what? Micah lived back and forth between Seattle and Arizona. Micah did not have, I believe, a traditional 9-to-5. So Micah would have definitely been more of his speed. Okay? So the way he treated Chelsea, like he needed his space from her, it was just, he was complaining. Nobody. Comment down below, please. Comment down below if you thought that Kwame was going to say yes to Chelsea. Nobody thought Kwame was going to say yes because he complained about her so much. He complained so, and she was just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, just head over heels for him. And you know what pick-me's are? Pick-me's are also women who cannot tell that man doesn't want them or isn't treating them right. But still they just are like, doing everything they can to try to make it work with them. Like, to me, that's also a pick me. Like, you're still, I feel like Chelsea, she was very much given desperado. And it was surprising, took my breath away when Kwame said yes. I think Kwame just didn't want to be the bad guy on TV. We know that he likes white women. And then Chelsea's family really liked him. And I think he decided to settle. And I'm not sorry, because that is what it showed on the show. And it just was not good. Like, if I were Chelsea and I saw that footage of how that man disparaged me and how he acted so much like he just wanted Micah over her, like, girl, have some self-respect. And it was so bad to the point where at the beginning of the reunion, Kwame apologized to Chelsea for it, and he apologized to her family because they saw the show and they saw how disgusting he acted, how thirsty he acted for Micah, and how annoyed he acted by her. In the words of Jordan Woods, when she did her Red Table Talk interview, when she said, "I don't want your situation." Chelsea, you ain't the favorite couple. Nobody wants your situation. And in the same season, we saw Brett and Tiffany. We saw a man love, a black man love and treat his woman right and not complain, not once. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing bad about her. And they both also were living in two different cities. One was in Seattle, one was in Oregon. I believe it was more than likely Brett that was in Oregon because he works for Nike. Did he complain? No, he didn't. Because he loved that woman and he wanted to be with her, and he was going to do what he needed to do to be with her. He was a beautiful, positive, amazing example of how a man in love treats and acts towards his women. And Kwame was the complete opposite. So before people try to say, oh, well, the black man gets the bad edit. Well, why the hell did Brett get such a beautiful edit? He got an amazing edit. Why? Because he probably didn't say nothing dumb and crazy like Kwame did. So Chelsea, don't be one of those women who brag about being married when you married to a man who seemed like he settled for you. Like, stop it. I mean, I'm sure he's loving the perks, the attention, the Instagram followers that he gets, and the fame and being back on the show. But, and it seemed as though, like, she worshipped him. Like, she, to me, was very much like the stereotypical, I'm sorry, she gives the stereotypical white women that black men talk about. And, sorry, like, that's what she gives. She gives like she worships him, and he just is like, you know what? F it, I'll stay with her. But we were all surprised that he said yes during the wedding. Or that Chelsea didn't, have the self-respect to say, no, the way you've been treating me, the way you've been fawning over another woman. But of course, she was in her 30s. She wanted to, of course, get, married and have babies. So that's what we do. We accept the BS and ignore red flags. So, honey, I am just like, Chelsea, you need to watch your mouth when you talk about a black woman. And I cannot wait for Jessie Woo's response and how she's going to eat you alive. Because what you said was disrespectful. I definitely feel the microaggressions. And you over here acting like you some big shit. Like, girl, we don't, it's given privilege as to how you got this job. You weren't necessarily a fan favorite. You 100% were not a couple fan favorite. Brett and Tiffany were. that season. So how you got that job, we don't know. But, ma'am, like, it's really disgusting how you try to comfort this woman when she's a whole comedian who makes jokes about people on the show. And she has made worse jokes about people on this show, and they have not responded. So why did you feel the need to comfort her? Now, Chelsea did delete the Instagram story, but Jessie Woo, she reposted it, but I guess if Chelsea deletes it, then I guess it may be deleted from hers, and I'm sure she has it saved somewhere. But yeah, I can't wait for her response, and I'll do a video to that as well. You know, Chelsea, like, girl, you were not the hot shit that you think you are. You're not Lauren. You're not that girl. We are all surprised that you and Kwame are still together. Okay, we feel a little bad for you. That man embarrassed you the way he did last year. Embarrassed. Okay? Comment down below your thoughts. Let me know if you remember season 4, if you watched season 4, if you remember how Kwame pretty much dogged Chelsea, how thirsty Chelsea seemed to be with him. And yeah, her disrespecting a Black comedian who actually apologized. Girl, no, not here for it. Not here for it at all. Comment down below your thoughts. This is Leighton Ali Talks TV. I'm Leighton Ali, and I'm signing out.